You got a trophy too.
Yes. I enjoyed the Fight Club, and
Instead of asking about improvements, was there anything you didn't like?
um,
Could be just a minor something like, oh, I didn't like the color of this guy's hair or something like that. It doesn't matter to me. Just because if I know what you like and I know what you don't like, I can try to tailor everything more towards the players, right? But you also don't have to answer that if you don't want to.
I don't have anything I didn't like this session.
Nice.
That's the problem.
I am not complaining with that answer. All right, Dash.
All right. Well, I'll start with what I did like. One is the goblin jumping off the air with a parachute. That was fucking hilarious. I was not expecting that. And I'm like, you know what? Next time, I'm gonna shoot the bastard first. As much as I'm trying to keep this character primarily melee range without magic, I'm probably going to need at least one or two magic tools, as you know, per usual. So I gotta figure out what I want those tools to exactly be, because I don't want my character to be like magic reliant.
Generic. I've got a magic sword. I've got a magic cloak. I've got a magic ring.
Exactly. But honestly, I'm glad that you at least gave me the opportunity to hunt down Amber, which I was not expecting you to let me do that this game. I was expecting that to be a whole next game situation.
Well,
so thank you for that.
I was working as much of it as I could into one session. I like to try to finish a little bit of the storyline per session so that we feel accomplished. It's not fun at the end of the session when everyone looks at it and goes, we didn't fucking do anything. All we did is lose the entire session. Nobody rolled good. There's no feeling of accomplishment. Fuck. Unless you're going that like intentionally for it, the next game is going to be fucking epic. I don't like doing
that. Yeah, I feel that, and I will say, it did feel like without shoehorning it, and no doubt to you, Rose, but it did feel like I said no doubt to you. But I will say it does feel like that I'm able to get like a little bit more to like my character's story background.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely trying to work all of your guys' backgrounds. Quar is harder to work a background in because he's more established.
Yeah, so I like the fact that I can actually do something that's kind of like involving my character without my character being like the main focus of it. It's kind of like a byproduct. Yeah. I love that idea.
I want you all to have limelight. So today I was trying specifically to be like, okay, Rose isn't responding as fast. I'll move to the next person. Okay, let's slow down a little bit. I move to the next person. And now I moved to. So I was jumping between you. So I didn't want any of you to feel bored.
I wasn't. Yeah, and I feel like out of it for the first half of the session because I had no energy. Because I needed that.
That's fine.
I'm not gonna lie. The primary reason why I decided to do this is because I personally thought I wasn't doing too much in the game today. So I was like, okay, I need to give myself something to do. What can I do that won't hinder the game? Oh, I know. How about I work a little bit on my character's actual personality and story? Okay. So, as far as something I did not like, or at least something that I think that could change, so I will say this right now. Unlike other people, or I kind of exclude Rose from this because she's just chaotic. When I do things, I know the risk of it. Like, I am fully prepared for my character to get slaughtered.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to actively put my character in a situation where I'm like, okay, he's just going to straight up die, unless I'm tired of the character. And at that point, I give you a heads up. But I will still do something that's dangerous. So, when I decided to win out the Ember, the Dark, obviously the other guy showing up was completely surprise, but it was to be expected. I fully expected a setup.
A twist.
So, I did want it a little bit more like one-on-one, just to kind of get my character more into like a... Because I wanted to get a little bit more understanding my own character before my party came up. So I think my party came up a little too fast to help me out. I kind of wish it was like just one more. Yeah, I wish it was just kind of like one more round. That way,
3 rounds
wouldn't just kind of like
3 or 4 rounds might have been a little bit better. I did roll a d4 for that. So
get up there, my character either be in a dire state, or he can look at them triumphantly and say, "I did it."
Oh, I didn't need you anyways, but thank you for helping.
Yeah. So that's probably the only thing I would
Roswyn does not need that added to his ego stick. He already has a big ass ego. He really does.
Again, that's where you work with that character. Like, you know, if they have a big ego. And again, Rose, I was doing this for you as well, because you remember what we said from the last session. If he's down, you can offer a hand of help.
Fair.
Yes. So again, you gotta find those moments.
I just gotta now find him where the fuck he's stealthed, because now
I may seem stubborn about like signing a contract with you, but I do give myself openings for that ability to come up. I just like it to be natural.
Oh yeah, not forced. Like, hey, let's make a deal. Did you shake my hand? I shake yours.
Yes. But that's about as far as my my little review goes.
Perfect. And Rose, favorite part?
The
energy drink doesn't count.
No, I know it doesn't. I got to talk to Sassy Daddy. I really do like him. But also, getting to meet Iskar, because I've been looking forward to the moment that he pops up out of nowhere, because I've been wanting to meet that character for a long time.
Well, I think he's going to have a slightly different attitude from the first time you met him now.
Oh god, yeah. But I've been intrigued to meeting him for a while.
Yeah, I can hear that in her voice for a while.
He is drow with a sword. Not that sword.
Well, that sword too, but
that sword too. But Lythiriel isn't about the sexy drow. Rosie's about the sexy drow. But
yes, I know. Rosie wanted to meet him.
No, Lythiriel did. She doesn't know it, but the case of what you've told me about him out of character has intrigued me on the fact of what Lythiriel could talk.
So you, as the player, think Lythiriel and him would be an interesting character to have a conversation with, yes.
Context, not sex.
Yeah.
But I think that he could be a good contact for Lythiriel, because he works in a different way, and already works with a sorcerer as is, so, I mean...
If you could convince him to leave the Thorns, maybe. He might be a good companion character.
I have my ways.
I'm not saying you don't, and I'm not saying that is not on the table. I'm telling you.
Suggestion.
I'm telling you, his chances of him the chances of him leaving on his own are slim, as in Guild doesn't like people leaving.
Can the people pay them off to get somebody out?
Hard to say. You'd have to be able to talk to somebody. You'd have to be able to talk to management.
Not again! Lythiriel is the Karen in this story. We have already established this. We really have. But yes, I enjoyed meeting Iskar and Ember, because I've been looking forward to meeting them for a while. Officially.
Sadly, Ember won't be making a reappearance, at least not in her current state.
Resurrection spells exist.
Yes, it's true. Especially when somebody owes you something. Or you owe someone.
Especially when you have a magic man that you can go, hey, I need some magic, and I need to resurrect somebody because they're useful.
We're going to kill everyone, and then we're going to conjure their spirit. We're going to talk to them. We're going to convince them to join us, and if they don't, we're going to leave them dead.
There's ways to do that. Talk with Dad. Speak with Dad, sorry.
Yes.
Technically. But yes, as for improvements or what I didn't like, I don't think there's anything I didn't like. Calling on me when I'm half dead.
That's the perfect time to call on you.
No.
Exactly. You get really neat answers.
No, when you're like, you need to do this on the spot right now, I'm like, huh? What? Brain, what? You want me to do who? I don't
So
call
at one
perhaps.
one point in my life, after being awake for 3 days, I went to bed, and at 8:30 in the morning, I had the Conservative Party of Alberta call me and talk to me about joining because my phone, or because I lived with my mom at the time, and we had the same phone number, and my stepdad wasn't fully marked as dead, so they thought I was him, and they were convinced
Oh.
that I was a conservative. So they, at 8 o'clock, like I said, 8:30 in the morning, and I'd been awake for 3 days. They called. I answered. I talked. I don't remember anything about what I said. I don't remember anything about the conversation other than I remember answering the phone, saying "okay, bye," and hanging it up, and then 2 weeks later, getting a bill in the mail for joining the Conservative Party.
Damn.
I was like, "What?"
Yeah, that's basically what I was like. I can remember parts of it, mostly because I wrote them down. But you're like, okay, you need to go play with your dad. You need to make it up right now in character. I'm like, huh? What? Okay, brain load. What did he say? Okay, I have to play. Shit, I had to make a story up, and my brain is feeling like it's through molasses right now. How am I supposed to do this? Not
Carefully.
easily.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That was
so you liked it. Everyone seemed to like everything. We all had fun. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I always have fun playing D&D. Even if I
I
feel
know
like
you
I'm in
do.
chaos and not enjoying it as a DM side of it.
Rose, I know you enjoy D&D, but I like to know the parts of it you enjoy the most and the least. Because if I know the parts you enjoy the most, dating, then the parts you enjoy the least, giant spiders crawling up your leg. See, told you.
But I can do more.
I don't have. I can combine them perfectly.
No driders.
All right.
Hey! It was a sewage, okay?
We wrap it
No
up. And
driders.
did we end the stream yet?
No.
I do want to say one thing, Neil.
Good game.
I realized something as I was dealing with the Ember and the guard and whatever, was the fact that I don't want my character to be like a murder hobo hungry for just this particular group.
Not just death after death after death. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I decided to do like that 1d2, because for some, I was either going to die, but for others, if I let them live, I kind of want to do a type of conditioning to either force them or convince them to join sides with me. Because my main goal is to, deal with that group.
Oh, yeah, get rid of them, or you said you also weren't possibly interested in taking over.
Yeah, so it's one of those two that's going to happen. So that's pretty much my thing there. So like for some, if there's like particular, I'm saying this for you in particular, if there are particular NPCs part of that group that you wish to not die, just let me know, and I have no problem working that way in.
Oh, I'm good with any of the NPCs dying. I will find a way around it. If one NPC was key to the storyline, another NPC suddenly becomes key to the storyline. Ember, I didn't expect her to die, but she did, so I'll work with it.
All right. Like I said, I just want to make sure that part.
If there's a key NPC, trust me, they won't die.
Okay, then. All right.
Yeah, I should know. Aeron! Still mad about that bullshit. We'll discuss that later. Anyways, thank you everybody for stopping in and watching, and thank you, Papa, for all of the comments. We appreciate you very much, my dear. If you would like to check out the stuff as it releases, if you have missed any of our stuff, it is all up on our YouTube at Sarelth, Sarelth. And there's also other links to the rest of our social media in the descriptions of our videos. Please like, share, subscribe.
At YouTube.
At YouTube, yes.
Or on YouTube, or however you want to call that.
On YouTube, yep.
At YouTube. Wow.
But, yes. Go to YouTube, look up Sarelth, and you'll find a bunch of our shit. And watch it. And like it. And please comment on it. Tell us that you love us, because we love you! Anyways, thank you again, and we will see you on Sunday for the villains game.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because last week was Kai.